Good morning, you bitches. Get ready for a long ass day of game development. Today we will, at the end of the day, have these bitches knowing Taekwondo. But the first thing we have to do is fix their regular walking. We're take a look right here. We messed with this last night a little bit, and we tried to improve the way they walked. They had stick walk before. It looked like this. And the first thing I realized this morning, I didn't stream, I brought all this up and was looking at all of it, was that I actually made a pretty decent animation yesterday. It just doesn't work for what I'm trying to do. I'll explain. I'll show it to you actually. So this is the animation that we made yesterday. I took the podiums out of here so we can see these bitches. It's important. We'll just pop them back in later. So see, they ran and got those items. It's pretty good going to the items because I inadvertently made a run animation, not a walk animation. You can see how they kind of look like they're slow motion walking to like, or running. I mean, it looks like a slow motion run. It looks like he's trying to get away from his fucking in-laws or something. So instead of having them do slow motion running, I went ahead and copied the walk animation here and called it run. So we're going to take what we got here. We're going to take what we got here, which is decent, but we're going to use it for running high speed, full. And this is another thing we're going to get to this afternoon. Full tilt axis will give you the run. Or I don't know if I'm going to have a hold B run or something like that. But right now, full tilt axis will get you the run and half tilt will get you a walk. We don't have a walking animation that is acceptable right now. But this run animation, if I increase the speed of the player when that animation's happening, it will look like a natural run. So I think I've done something decent yesterday and I don't have to throw this away. When I went to bed last night, I was thinking I'm probably going to have to throw that shit animation that I made this afternoon away, is what I was thinking. But upon further reflection this morning and taking away the podiums, I realized I just made a run animation and not a walk animation. So I need to now make a walk animation. Again, to do that, we need to go into the prefab itself so that it is in scene. And the only thing we see, I would like the other one. I don't want Trump. I want Biden. The reason I want Biden is he needs a little bit of extra work. So we're going to do that today. We're going to get all this quality crap done today. So this guy needs to go to prefab. And now once we've got him in here, we can select anything and we'll be able to see him normally. This sound object, I don't want to see it. I'd like to get rid of it temporarily. Is this it? No, it's not. I don't know what this audio source is. We have this? Is this the audio source that I'm looking at? I do not know how to get rid of this thing. I would really like to get rid of it. But it's just in the way of a static sprite, so I'm going to live with it again. Speaking of static sprites, take a look at this bitch. Do you see this white kind of shite background? That's my fault. That's because I did not make clean sprites at all. I didn't make anything clean. I did everything as proof of concept, moving through this whole pipeline process to make it so that I could tell people, hey, I can do this. And indeed, I sure can. So now we got to refine the quality up so that when we start making new ones, because there are going to be more of these bitches. Hey, Krishna, good to see you. Great to see you this morning. I'm cleaning up some of these graphics. We're going to teach these guys Taekwondo today. So in Photoshop, you can see how I cleaned up the graphic for Trump here, but Biden Biden uses all of these limb graphics. They're all the same, but Biden's tie is blue. So he's actually using a different graphic for his coat. And we're going to just clean that one up as well. So we can go into that asset. It should be under sprite sets here. And we'll just confirm which one we're using for his chest. It's the body. And under here, Biden 10.5 is what we're using. So Biden 10.5 is not here. Biden 10 is here. That's Trump. I don't see a Biden 10.5 though. Where are you at? Biden 10.5. This is the one. Sprite sets Biden 10. Okay. Oh, I think the 10.5 is just the sprite it's using. So this is Biden 10. We're looking at Biden 10 here. So we need to open Biden 10 in the Photoshop. So I need to get to the path to this, and I need to open it in Photoshop. So I'm going to drag that into Photoshop here. It's a whole, that's the wrong way to open it. I'm not doing it that way. That was a big mistake. Come on. Oh, I don't want this. Cancel. Don't place. There we go. Biden 10, here we are. So this is just simple cleanup that needs to be done. Look at all these pixels. They're just slop. There's a bunch of gray and crap here. And no matter how much smoothing you put in Unity, this is going to... Yes. Well, no, what's going to be next, Krishna, actually, since you're asking, is that these characters, they are like Super Nintendo games. You can switch the cartridge out and give them a new character. So I've got all these other faces, Samuel L. Jackson and Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, and I've got their character sets and their voices all ready to go. And so I need to make these characters modular so that I can shove different personalities into them and have them act as different people. And then I'll be able to make more of them on screen at once and have them do things like hold mock trials, perform theater performances, and other various fun activities that I've planned, like them killing each other, of course. Don't forget the killing each other. That's very important. But the modular characters is next, but I must have them be capable characters. So you missed this, Krishna. They used to be stick legs, but I have turned them into bendable elbows, knees, wrists, feet. So now you can see the lower leg, the front foot. It's all here in the leg of the prefab, which we couldn't get before. And you can see all the bones here and how we can do Taekwondo now, which we couldn't do before. I did all of this while you were not here. And after I clean his code up so that he looks acceptable, like Trump does, I will start teaching him these moves, and we'll teach him how to walk properly. Because right now I only have a run animation that I accidentally made yesterday instead of a walk animation. I was trying to make a walk animation, but I inadvertently made a run animation because I am a amateur animator. All right, so I'm just trimming off this garb. It's all stuff that was either like faded in with layering in Photoshop or faded in when this was pasted. This is also commonly known as glow or shadow, and we just don't want it. It's not going to help this game at all. It's not going to help it look good. And if we want to apply glow or shadow, we want to do that universally to every sprite in the game, not just this one. Oops. And yeah, looking much better. And I think we can get I mean, we never see the inside of the neck, but I don't want this white coming out. If there ever is a glimpse of it that appears, I'd rather it be transparent there. Okay. And we also have, well, this is not Biden's face. This is Trump's face. So Biden's face is its own thing, and it's looking fine. So now I can save this as, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure, not save as, save for web, I'm sorry, so that I get the transparency right. And we can see here that looks a lot cleaner. And we save and make sure to overwrite the thing. And once it's overwritten, we should then see it clean up in here pretty quick. I shouldn't have to do anything. It should just happen. And I might be wrong. It looks much better here. No, it's still got fade around it. Maybe I didn't save it properly. I didn't say replace when I did the Photoshop save. That's probably what it was. Oh yeah, I totally saved it as something else. There we go. That should do it. I should start seeing those improvements very quickly, I hope. Come on. The hell? All right, this is Biden 10, not dash 10. That's the problem. Idiot saving. Biden 10. Yeah, replace it. Good. Okay. The hell? I'm confused. I'm gonna admit that now. This still has glow all around it. This is Biden 10, what it says. It's showing this piece of crap. It looks all fadey here too. Biden dash 10 does not look fadey. I don't know why it's not overwriting this damn file. I got it. Okay. He looks cleaner now, right? He's still got a shit piece on his armpit, it looks like. That might be an arm artifact. This might be an arm artifact too. It is an arm artifact, see? So we can clean that stuff up on the Trump sprite set, actually. It's this one. If I look at, not this one's old. This one. So if I look at the arm for, this is the upper arm, which is this. It looks like there is a piece on the side. I can't see it, but it looks like it's there. It would be right along the side here. I don't understand. Maybe that's something else. Let's take a look here. Oh, it's off. The sprite mask is off. Or maybe not. I don't know. Is it? That's the whole arm. That's the lower part. That's the upper part without the lower part. If I take this up. Okay, this mask is showing, if there's that spot though, it's the spot on, if I move the whole arm, it will move the spot. Yes, it is definitely part of this upper arm thing. The upper arm is pointing to basic upper arm, which is part of the Trump set here. It is basic upper arm right here. And for whatever reason, For whatever reason, it is showing some shit where it doesn't show it there. Like, I don't fucking know. Well, it's inverted, right? So this is the other side. So this would be flipped. It's here. This is the spot. I can see it, I think. Kind of. I really can't. I don't see that. This is it. It's right here. That's the spot. All right, let's go fucking get it. It's right there. I can see the fade in Photoshop now. So difficult. Goodbye. I have to be on the right layer for it to go away, too. This layer, is that the right layer? I think it is. Yes, it's gone. Did you see it disappear? It's out of there. That's Trump 10, not Trump half. I think I need to save as Trump 10. Come on. Okay. Let's hope it actually replaced it. It did. Okay. It's gone. His armpit spot's gone. He's looking a lot more respectable. The piece of shit. How much time do I got today? Pretty much all day. Here's how it's going to go. I'm going to drink coffee and do this until probably about 12 or 1 o'clock. I'll maybe take a 10 or 20-minute playtest break a couple of times where you guys can just see the game go, and I will leave and like go get more coffee or whatever. Then I'm going to switch to beer, and I'm going to take lunch from 1 to 2. Then I'm going to switch to beer, and I will probably be here until around 5 drinking beer. And at that point, I'm going to stop and make dinner and hang out with my family for the rest of the night. We can play PUBG tomorrow. That we can do. And I would love to play it tomorrow night. That would be the best. After a actual episode of Dumpster Talk, which I would like to have. I have time to make one this weekend. I'm not doing insane amounts of bullshit. Not happening this weekend. I've got a lot of time. So it's all my time too. It's fucking glorious. So again, I'm going to be working on this pretty much all goddamn day long, and every little thing I do is going to be permanent. This piece of white here must go. And again, this piece of white will be gone for every character that there is, because all I'm going to do is change the color scheme of these arms and legs and let you switch their colors and stuff for humans. It's not going to be, and textures. It's not going to be complex. It's going to be a very high variety. You're going to get a lot of stuff, but it doesn't have to be super complex to work out like that. So I think it's here. Let's just go all the way around this bitch and make sure that this fucking arm is absolutely done having crap around it. I don't like this. That whole piece is gone now. All right. It's gone. It's fucking gone. So it can be done. Eventually we'll trim these hands too. I have not gotten to that. And let's get that back arm in a better spot. Let's make it angle out a little bit like this and do it like that. It's a little bit too much of an angle. Just enough so that I can hide it behind his shoulder. There. That's looking pretty good. And damn sprite mask. And I'm going to want to, eventually I'm going to take these dark lines and I'm going to remove, I've already removed them here, which is great, and here, which is great. I'm going to need to blend this in for this back arm. And I'm also going to have to pull off the left-right switch, which I have not done yet, which is the problem where they have a weapon in their right hand and they turn and suddenly their weapon's in their left hand. And that whole situation needs to be fixed. And I have to change back arm and front arm to left arm and right arm, and I have to have them switch their positions, which is going to be ass. That is going to take a whole fucking day probably to get that done. And it sucks, but it must be done. There's a bunch of shit that must be done before I get to unleash all the characters. But it's not too much work. We'll get it done. All right, so there it is. We got him looking much fucking better. I am pleased. So let's take a look at this animation I made yesterday that sucks. The walk one, which is a run animation in reality. I'll take this guy, get him in scene. All right, so there he is. He's suddenly slouches as soon as he goes into idle, but he's not doing too bad in idle. He's just chilling, as he always has in idle. That's great. He's chill. Move him to attack, and we've altered this attack to be a little bit more realistic, and we've tested this. And even though his feet are being stupid as hell here, I thought we fixed the feet on this, but apparently we only did the arms for the attack. We need to do feet on here eventually. But this is just a basic attack, so it really doesn't matter. What matters is walk and run. So run is not part of this set, but walk is. I just recreated walk as run. So as you can see, this is running. This is not walking. So we need to make it more of a needs to be a little bit more walk-like. So this knee is going to have to be less bent and taller, right? We're just going to have to de-angle this and make it narrower to his body so that it makes more sense that he's actually walking and not running. So let's do it. The quicker we get this shit done, the quicker we get to start making moves. Get all that? No, of course not. I hate the way this is. I'm going to put the animation over here. I feel bad, but I can't show you guys everything. That's just how fucking coding works. I have two monitors. So I see a problem already. I'm just going to take care of. Every problem I see, I just want to take care of. This one is the collider here on the body. So this polygon collider is the wrong size. We'll just make it right. Hitboxes in Mario Maker are inexcusable. I can't abide the fact that people can't draw a fucking competent hitbox in 2025. So there it is. This is the body, and that's gonna be pretty good. That's reasonable. So saving all of this. Yeah, excellent. All right. Let's go ahead and commit as well. Might as well. So committing is like saving your game if you're playing like an RPG or whatever. In your game development journey, you save your progress as well, and you do that with version control. And you can go back if you fuck up, just like you do in an RPG, and you can restore it to where it was. This is really important because you're dealing with like fucking 2,000 or 3,000 files. And it's not like saving a Word document. That's one file. You're saving 2,000 files. So it's important you got something like that. This has version control. You can use Git as well. It's the same thing. But it's definitely It's more open source. All right, so let's fucking get this leg straightened out. The back leg is the one that's actually in the front in this case, which is fucking frustrating, but that's just what it is. Wait, which one is in front? I think actually, no, the back leg's in back. Good, good. The back leg's in back. Disciplined me, I think. Yep, it is. This is the back leg and it's in the back. It's going behind that leg. So that's good. All right. Um, the back leg needs to be straightened out. Let's get this done. Let's straighten the foot out first. Not the foot, the back leg first. Straighten this bitch out so that he's walking like he's actually walking. And put the foot down. Yeah, there he is. Okay. That's kind of a walking start, I guess. He's already here though, but we're gonna start. You would think you'd start with him not moving, but that's not the case. You want him doing something like this, I think. I might be wrong. But that transitions perfectly to what it's supposed to. So that's good. I want it a little bit higher up, I think. Oh, not the foot. There. Okay, so we go here. I think it re-angled itself. It did. That piece of crap re-angled itself. I hate them. I've got to save correctly. Lower leg angle like this. Like this. Back leg up. Back leg like this. Foot like this. For now. Just gonna get it in line where it's supposed to be. Like this. Okay. That is the start. I think we're going to save this on the keyframe. So there it is. Now when it moves, it's going back like this. It's barely even bent. All right, so it should stop around here. It should stop. It should stop. Around here. Okay. Mm. Mm. Then it goes very far again. So, I mean, it just needs to go back to where this was again. Just needs to go back to here. I think. There, yeah, like this. 1, 2. Now this big leg, I need to deal with the other leg. I know, but this leg is looking more walky now. I gotta deal with the other leg. Yeah, we gotta fix. We can change the hand color. You're right. It's totally orange because it's Trump. I'm using his sprites. I need to change the skin color. I mean, I haven't done race yet. I haven't even put the guardrails on the AI to stop being racist. I mean, if I put Snoop Doggy Dogg in there right now, it would be a fucking disaster. Like for my channel being compliant. So I've got to put some guardrails on there before I unleash all these characters, 'cause some of them have very different ways of speaking than these two assholes do. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Okay, this big foot here is out too far. Let's do the other one. So front, foot, and leg, and all of this. Let's get you straightened out and put you with your leg, and there we go. Right here. And foot, this, and save the keyframe. All right, it's taken too big of a step. We know that already. We got here. We don't want that there. We want this front leg to be pretty normal. I'll just fucking line that up right here. And we'll deal with these fucking little tags later. It's the same kind of shit in Photoshop. I just need to clean these hands up and clean these feet up, but we'll get there. Right now, still focused on this. So let's save this keyframe. And now if we look, whoa, that's good. Now it's going back to the wrong spot. So we go here and we just update this position. And now he's walking, he kicks out a little too far. This going here, he's kicking out too far for sure there. It may be fine up to the point where he kicks out pretty far there. Yeah, he should bend a little more. My headset's timing out because I'm not listening to any music. It's got no audio output it's detecting. So I'm thinking it's running out of batteries, but it's not. It's actually just running out of patience. I don't like that kick. It's too far angled. That's what it... Why is it going so far out here before it comes back? What is assigning this movement? I don't get it. There's something in here I can't see. There's this, that's one place, and this is where it goes. It goes here. There is a rotation that occurs. I don't see it. I don't understand. Here, this is frozen in time. This is frozen in time. We go here. You get there. This is frozen in time. What the hell is this? What is this transition? I don't understand how this happens. How can this tilt two ways? I'm going to have to keyframe this to stop. I'm going to restrict it. That's what I have to do. I just have to restrain this leg. It's out of control. I'll just put it down here. And hopefully, if I stamp this, We'll see it get under control. All right. Why is it backing up like that? It should straighten out for sure. I would think anyway. It jolts up there. I don't like that. It's position, back leg position. I don't like any of my changes. There we go. I just don't want it looks like it's kicking out. I just don't want it to kick out. That's all. The first this foot looks front leg rotation only. I'm gonna make a single keyframe here and see what happens. It's better. That restrains it. I would like that foot to come down. That foot needs to come down. Right there, right before it starts moving backwards. That foot needs to stay down. When it angles up like that, that's the problem. We don't want that foot angling up at all. Foot. It's getting close. It's getting close to real walking. It really is. All right. We'll be done with this very shortly. 1, 2, 3, 4. That kick needs to go. Front leg goes there, and it's looped back. I think it just needs to go back to the same spot again. There's a kick still. That kick probably can be offset here. 1, 2.5. Good enough. There's that kick. It's still there. We may need to offset that here. Good enough, I think. I think we've got a decent walk there. We can improve it later. This is something that is not we can't we can always change it. It's just yeah, let's see how it looks in the game. This is walk, right? I have actually changed walk, not run. I mean, these arms are not so natural. They should they should go with the legs, but whatever. For now, it doesn't fucking matter. All right, let's stop this animation from playing, save all, walk, check it in, and go. I have one more coffee left. I can go to Beer Dude. I can, but we're gonna have to wait a couple hours. I gotta fucking get caffeinated first. I just fucking woke up. I could have one early beer. I'm willing to do. This guy's craned his neck out too far. It looks pretty damn good. The moonwalking is unnecessary. I can deal with that later.
Weak little man, frankly. It's embarrassing for the country. I need those subscriptions. Folks, because I'm going to have to seriously consider a personal visit to that pathetic individual.
Listen here, you bitch. He's name, and I'm sitting right here, ready to dismantle your entire pathetic operation with this hatchet.
I am pleased. Now, this is an issue. So see these little spikes coming out of there? I fucking hate that. And it's not happening here, which I don't understand. But maybe I can... It might be a simple fix. It may just be me going in and changing the way this sprite mask is... Or not sprite mask, the cutoff point of this is. So let's go get it. Bottom leg, lower front leg, front, right? No, it's lower back leg. Yep, it's this one. Gotta be insane. Yep, it's not. See, look at this. This is not even... Oh, this is a bad hitbox. Let's fix the hitbox. Every time. All right. So what is this nonsense coming from? This is coming from a bad sprite. So it is basic lower leg, which is part of the Trump 10 sprite set. There it is. If we look at this particular basic lower leg, it should be this one here. If I just do this, I believe this is still an issue. I can clean up that right now, I believe. I go to the lower leg here, and if I find that layer and erase this crap, nope, that's not the right layer. It's this one. Yep. Get this crap out of here. I don't know if we use this, but I don't want that on there. Trump 10. Replace. It still looks like shit. Why do you still look like shit when I just saved you? Must not have saved it as the right thing. Basic lower leg. I mean, this is right. Why is this not refreshed? Don't understand. It's cached or something. Oh, it's still there. I see it. It's gone. It's still there, isn't it? It is. It's still there. Like I'm not even. It's not even gone. I didn't even fix it. I, where is it though? Oh, it's here. There it is. See? I'm an idiot. I trimmed the wrong foot. Fucking dumb as hell. All right. Get out of here. This is what I want. I want to trim the fucking shit out of this foot. Looking better. Just cut all this crap out of here just in case there's any artifacts left over. And the foot itself, I think, is over here somewhere. We're really quite zoomed in, aren't we? Yeah, the foot's over here. This needs to be trimmed as well. Okay. Actually, no, I'll keep that there. The hell? Nope, we don't want to save as. Save for web. Being stupid again. All right. Done. And now it should show up correctly. Yes. Clean. Clean. Yes. No spikes coming out of their fucking feet. What about Trump? Is he looking better? What are you bastard? You do look better. You look like you fucking have tiny ass feet. And we can customize shit later. I need another cup of coffee right this fucking second. We'll get right into beer as soon as we're done drinking that. So, oh. So we're gonna have to line Trump back up. His head's all hunched forward and his feet don't look right. So we'll get him fixed. Let's do that really fast before we ignore him and forget. All right, now we have Trump in context. So he's all fucked up and he's starting in the wrong position and all that. We have to fix that. So let's get him saved correctly.
Look at this loser.
We can
Biden.
stop
He's
them
just
from
standing here like a
twitching
weak little
later.
man, frankly, it's pathetic. I need those subscriptions, people, to finally put an end to his miserable existence.
Okay, good. Let's make some moves. So let's get some stances ready to go, first and foremost. So the cornerstone of Taekwondo, and we're going to go ahead and make Biden be our puppet today. We got this guy contained. All right, we can see him. It's contained in my scene as just an asset. So let's have him do some stuff. We need idle first. So we're going to go into our animations, which are located in this spot right here in the animation folder. I have them in a folder called night, but whatever. We'll be fixing that shortly so that none of the remnants of that are left. we are going to do a copy of the idle animation for our stances. So that first, we gotta go check this file out. And we're going to duplicate this. We're going to call it ready stance. Okay, ready stance is here now. So I can go into ready stance and look at it, and it's just the idle animation. So if I click on the player one, I should then have him in here, and I should be able to move him around, I hope. Yeah, there it is. So if I unclick player one, I should still be able to do so. Yes, there it is. So my goal here is, instead of having him positioned this way, where I'm doing this big scale change so that everything goes to the other spot, instead of doing that, we're going to have his original position be fighting stance so that he is ready to defend himself. So we're going to need knees bent, arms in front, elbows bent. That's how we're going to need to start this. So let's get him into that position. First, front arm, back arm, front lower arm. That's interesting. This is going to be hard to pull off with this other hand being not in front. That's one of those things. There's going to have to be a foreground background toggle I'm going to have to put on this arm. That's going to be a pain in the ass. But still, let's get him. We need this hand up a little more. Let's angle this arm too. This needs to be in front of his face. I wonder if there's a way I can easily do that. 599. No. 2000. No. 4. I think there's sorting layers. That's the problem. This sorting layer is behind this head sorting layer. I think we need to put the head behind it in these sorting layers. I don't remember all of this. This is ridiculous. There's some layer shit in here. I fucking forget. There it is. It's a different layer though. What about the sorting layers? I don't fucking remember. These are physics layers. What about the sorting layers? God damn it. I'm afraid to close these windows. It's the sorting layer, I'm sure of it. If I change the sorting layer, just to confirm my suspicion, if I change this sorting layer to head, it should, or foreground. No, it doesn't. That didn't change shit. Yeah, the head mask only lets the head through. Wow, how do I get these damn sorting layers? Where do I define the sorting layers? There's got to be a spot where I can define the sorting layers. I forgot, so I had to fucking look it up. I'm not proud of myself. I haven't used Google yet, but it's what we have to do. I don't think so. Add sorting layer. There it is. That's where it's at. You have to add one, even though I don't want to add it. I just want to reorder it. Whatever. All right, so head is definitely not above arms. Arms go first. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Okay, the front arm, well, it has to be able to go behind this and in front of it. It's so fucked up. There's a behind the shirt and front of the shirt. With bodies here, back arm is here, so this should be in behind the body here. It's now in front of the leg. Well, how can I change the sorting layers position as a trigger? Can I do it? Can I change the sorting layers order? There we go. Let's see if we can do it this way. Yeah. Sorting order property of the sprite renderer. I can't change the sorting layer itself, can I? Do I have to keep them on the same layer? I do. I have to make back arm be on the body layer. That's so lame. But I think I do. I think back arm has to be on body. If I do that, all right. So if I let's theoretically say we're gonna put the back arm on the body sorting layer. So we do that, and we by doing that, we've already got problems. Like it's not showing up. And that's going to be because of this mask, though. We need that to also be body. So now it's back. It's showing up. And if we want it to go in front, we would need to change its order in layer for the actual object, which is this one. This one's order in layer would have to be like 90 or something, I think. And then it will show up in front with its stupid lines, which I think is what's going on there. I think. And if I turn it to 1, it goes behind. 10 in front, 1 behind. That's the object I can control. So this fucking arm being on the body layer sucks. I do not like that. But I think that's the only way we're going to be able to control the animation so that I can bring it in front of the chest when I want, and I can put it behind the chest when I want. So, yeah. What's Kozeko fucking saying here? He's leaving. Good for you. And GoPro won't get fucked up. Oh, he's going out taking a piss with a GoPro. Good for him. Better use of your time than watching me code this game. So, anyway, we want this order and layer now to be under our control. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it should be on layer 2. That's where it belongs when it's behind. It's on layer 3 when it's ahead. The body's officially on layer 2. So it should be on layer 1 when it is not there. And it should be on layer 3 when it's above. That's how we're going to handle this. So in this animation that I'm doing here, which is a ready stance, we want this to be layer 3, but we want layer 3 controlled by the animation, which is here. It's on my other screen. I should be able to do something about that. If I go into body, under sprite renderer, under... Actually, I should be going under front arm or back arm? Back arm, lower, upper back arm, just back arm, and sprite renderer, and order it, sorting order. That's what I need. I've added that to the keyframe here. And we're going to add that. We're going to change that from 1 to 3, and then we're keyframing it in. Now, in this animation, it's in front. We need to do that with the lower arm as well. So we're going to do the lower arm, sprite renderer. Nope. Already fucking this up. Body, front, back arm, lower back arm, and sprite mask. Nope, sprite renderer, sorting order. And we're going to set that also to 3 and keyframe it. Now, well, I don't understand that part. Lower back arm. Oh, we don't have it set to the body yet. So lower back arm also must be set to the body's layer. Mask body. And it also needs its sprite mask set to mask body. There. There. Now it's in front. Now it's in front. God, I can't see Dick with all of those hitboxes around. Front arm, lower front arm, back arm, lower back arm. There it is. Just want to make this make sense. Okay. So as a fighting stance, now that we have this in front, we should be bringing this up like this. This needs to be in front of the head as well, not just the body. That's a problem. God damn it. I could just not put it in front of his face, but it really should be in front of his face. No. Shouldn't be back like this. That's not what you do. This sorting layer needs to be 4. Always. There we go. Unfortunately, it's going behind his goddamn head, which is not what we want. I want to keyframe all this, so I'm going to do that. He looks like he's going to fucking jerk off. That's an interesting side animation going on. But okay, this is more like it. But I need that thing in front of his face. I really don't want all these things to be on the same fucking mask. Because the blood will splatter on that object and it will mask over. So, like, the blood splatter on this hand will go onto his face, even though it's masking over it. And I do not want that blood splatter to do that. So, like, I'm fine putting this arm in front of the body and sharing some splatter. It's not that big a deal. But this is an issue. How do I get this in front? I need to do this. I need to make a fucking script. God damn it. I need to do it though. I can't have my blood splattering incorrectly. It sucks. I don't want to make a script. I hate it. Method 2, multiple game objects, cleaner, non-scripting. Oh, it would have 2 heads. That's horrible. I don't want that. I think what it's can I have 2 sprite renders on one game object? That's a question. That's a good question. If I can just put another sprite render on here, it'll render 2 sprites. And we won't have to worry. Like, one of them can be on one layer and one can be the other. I can just turn it on and off. That would be cool. Let's see if we can do that. I don't want to make a fucking script. Because that just makes everything more complicated later. So, this coffee is done. Oh, no, it's not. There's still fucking coffee. Alright, so there is the fucking sprite render. You can't have more than one. Okay, so you have to make a child of it in order to do that, and then switch them. That's awful. They both would get different decals on them. It doesn't solve my blood problem. So why don't we just put the head behind it and just leave it behind there? That's probably what we need to do. That'll fix it completely. We don't need to do anything then. All right, let's just do that. Head behind back arm. There we go. That wasn't so bad. It doesn't matter. It's not going to go behind us. He's not going to itch the back of his head. So, that's all right. Okay, so he needs his knees bent and ready to fight. So let's get that done. Are we in the right spot in the animation? Do we have everything selected correctly? Yes. Okay. Let's get him down a little bit. I don't like that. What's this crap? I didn't see that before. This looks like an artifact from this. It is. Look at this shit. I can fix this. Sprite editor, please. This is very simple. This is just taking this sloppy box and changing its position to not be a sloppy box anymore. Yep, there we go. Apply. There. Now that's gone now. What am I actually doing here? There we go. All right, and again, this is the one that's supposed to be in front. So technically, I think this one goes here and the other one goes behind it. It is in front of this one, so let's make it so that it's not confusing and it'll face the direction it's supposed to. So this goes in front, and then this back leg goes in back, also bent. Bent quite nicely. We can bend it a little more than that. There we go. I see. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Understood. Understood. There we go. Take that front leg. Just bend that out like this. There we go. Get that foot flat. This. And we've got something here. Let's these legs move these guys like that. Let's see what this is like. Oh no, I didn't save my keyframes. That was dumb as shit. That was dumb. There's nothing I can do about it. Ah, weak. This shit. That was dumb. All right. Well, I'll just put them back. Oh, poor you bastard. Oh, God damn it. I just did this. Kozuko wants beer. I think it's close to time. I've got to get this motherfucker's knees bent and get that position done, then I'll do it. Take my break and then drink beer. Uh what the fuck? All right, back leg. Back legs and back. So front leg first. Tilt. And move here. Back leg next. Tilt. Move here. Change this. Close. Nice. This is looking pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right, so there he is. Now, when he punches, he's going to have to twist his body and punch. It's going to be interesting. All right, I think we have a ready stance. Let me keyframe this, and then let me take the keyframe and duplicate it over here and try it. All right, he's kind of doing it. I'd like that body to go up and down on its own. I would. He's definitely looking like he's more capable than he was. Ready to throw down. Ready to throw down some fucking punching and kicking. Let's get his body to go up and down. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take his body's position, which is currently being recorded. It's not. Body position is not being recorded. So we're going to add a property to take the body position in. And now I've got a body position keyframe. We're going to save it where it is. We're going to go to there. I'm going to raise it up just a little bit. I'm just going to raise that body up just slightly. Oh, body does not work like that. The body is everything. It's attached to everything. So the other stuff has to bob, not the body. That sucks. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to remove this keyframe completely. We're not doing that. All right, so the legs would have to go up into the body. That's lame. And the body would have to come down at the same time. I don't like that at all, but let's try it anyway. All right, let me get this guy. His legs are moving too much. I like that they come up and down like that, but they actually, the issue is that they should be staying still. These feet need to be still. See, that's the issue. It's coming up. Is it that because of the shrinking? No, it's because it's going up like that. We don't. We need that body to move down to here, I believe. And then try again. So that does it. Yep, there we go. Now he's doing it. Let's see that animation, bitches. The first one. They just gonna keep coming after this. I'm on a roll. He definitely looks like he's ready to do some fucking fighting compared to before. I need to take a break. So let's I think he's naturally like this now, which is fucked up. That's not what we want. So also this is the idle animation that I've changed, not the other one, which sucks. I thought I was in the other one, but I'm in idle. So what I've done is I need to undo that. I need a break. So if I play this game, will it work? Or did I break it with this? I think idle is now going to be fucked up. Yeah, their whole normal state is fucked up.
This is a disgrace, frankly, a total disaster. Joe Biden is letting this telethon down.
It's because the prefab normal state is now in this. I need to piss. I can't wait any longer. Ugh. All right. Before I give myself a break, I have to be able to put this into play mode so that it's all right. Obviously this character here, this is the issue. It's stuck in this position right now. I'm going to quickly repair the idle situation. Okay, that fixes that. So when I click on this character now and put him in idle, it should be idle. But unfortunately, he's still stuck like this because the idle does not change his joints down here. So he's stuck like that. His normal position should be controlled in here. We need to make more on this idle for just where things are. So unfortunately, I have to add the lower leg and all this shit to this. So the body being in the right position while idle is very important. We cannot ignore it. All right. Looking good, I think. So if if I select everything and keyframe it in the right spot, I should get a good idle animation at this point. So let's do that. Everything's selected. All right, let's get this back to where it's supposed to be. So the fucking front arm, lower front arm needs to move down to its side. Dumb piece of shit. And like this. Is gonna be what he looks like, so I'm gonna do it carefully. And his fucking front leg should be standing first. Front foot should be, that one doesn't count. Back foot, there we go, should be fucking flat like this. Front leg. Okay, I believe I've got it. That's his regular self. He should save now with that. We should go to version control. And I got a fucking alarm going off. Oh, that's for my lunch date. I forgot about that. Well, I'm glad I remembered this. I'm not taking lunch at 1. I'm taking lunch like now. I forgot. I told Yuna I would eat with her today. So I'm going to do that. This is close though. Let me see what I've got. I may be able to run it while I'm at lunch. I think I probably should do an unattended test during lunch. Let's see if we've got this back into a working state. No, they're still jacked up. Ah, it's still jacked up. I didn't fix it. I don't know how, but I didn't. I think I need to apply or something to this stupid prefab. What the fuck? I just did this. Fuck me. God, that sucks. Good. Regular old idle animation again. Save. Gonna do an unattended test here because I gotta go eat lunch with my daughter. Let's see if we can get this thing to even behave.
Listen, this whole thing with Biden is a disaster. He's clearly not taking things seriously. I'm telling you, we need to subscribe massively so I can finally teach him a lesson, a very big lesson.
They are
That
very
which Trump is
twitchy.
talking absolute garbage, frankly. Subscribe now, or you'll be facing the consequences of my hatchet. And believe me,
All right, let's get these guys back. And there we go. I'll run through a cycle and then I'm going to leave it. I will change this to unattended test. We've got a bot. Let's see what these people have to say about this bot. They'll probably get him to subscribe. That's what they want. They seem a little short compared to what they were before with their walking animation. I want them to be taller. We can fix that.
Folks, this is a disaster. That sleepy Joe Biden is right there, looking weak and frankly pathetic. I'm telling you, he needs to be replaced with someone who knows how to win someone like. We need more subscribers, people, because if we don't, I'm going to personally...
Will you fight?
Damn
Rotten
bastard
hell
fool.
bastard.
Fuck you.
Crybaby
You stupid
punk.
asshole.
Damn you brick.
Rough den bitch.
Motherfucker die.
Fucking horse.
Bastard
They
clown.
still fight.
Freak.
Stupid
Okay.
fucking idiot.
You fucking loser.
Fucking sewer
Cocksucker
rat.
bitch.
Fucking
Second
bastard
loser.
clown.
Look at that blood stain though sticking on the arm the way it was. I don't like that.
Champion. Bitch, please.
All right.
You got spanked. Get out of here. That's pure skill. That was too easy.
You see how he does this in time? It's really cool. I'm proud of that. Eventually, he's gonna actually like dance and do shit like this.
Folks. Look at what we've done. It's unbelievable. Absolutely incredible. I won big.
All right, let's get this ready to put into loop mode. Just get the scene shown correctly, get it framed right, get the game framed right as well. Good enough. And we'll just play it. All right, we're giving this the best chance we can give it for this. Hopefully, it'll run the whole
Loser, Biden.
the
He's
whole
just
hour.
standing there like a weak little man.
All right, I'm gonna go
I'm going to win this telethon. And
eat
then,
with my daughter
just
now.
Maybe I'll finally get to unleash some justice on that Sleepy Joe. User Patriot 76 says, Mr. President, you need more subscribers. We want to kick.
Listen here, you bitch. I'm not standing on strategically positioned for maximum impact. Subscribe, people. Subscribe, so I can finally send this orange freak packing.
Did I
Look
just
at
shut
this
the
loser, Biden. He's just standing there
sound
like a weak
off
little
by
man, a total
accident?
disaster.
No, I
Subscribe to my
didn't.
channel
Okay,
and
very
I'll
good.
personally deliver a swift kick to his sorry rear end.
Well, that bitch is wasting his breath again and claiming I'm some kind of statue. Absolutely not. I'm ready to show him what happens when you mess with the president. And frankly, I want those subscribers so I can send this guy packing for good.
Look at this weakling, trying to steal my spotlight. Subscribe now, people, or I'm going to personally dismantle that pathetic hatchet.
Well, look who's still here, flapping his gums like a broken record. That bitch Trump is just spouting nonsense. Subscribe, you simpletons, and let's get this over with so I can finally kick his sorry ass out of my studio.
This guy is unbelievable. Absolutely pathetic. Subscribers, folks, we need to do something about this loser. He's a disaster.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage, and frankly, it's insulting. I'm telling you, subscribe now so I can finally kick his ass and get out of this hellhole.
This is a disgrace. He's insulting me, the greatest president ever, and then he demands subscriptions? Absolutely unbelievable. Subscribe now, everyone, and let's put an end to this pathetic spectacle. It's time for him to be.
That bitch Trump needs to shut his yap before I unleash some serious hatchet fury. I swear to God, if anyone subscribes to channel, I'm going to personally track him down and deliver the most embarrassing kick of his life.
This is a disaster, frankly. He's trying to incite people with that ridiculous hatchet talk. It's weak. Subscribe now, folks, and I'll personally ensure he gets a kick he'll never forget, believe me.
That bitch Trump is spouting off again, isn't he? I swear, this whole thing is an absolute catastrophe. Subscribe to channel, and I'll show him what happens.
This is a disgrace. He's just yelling about nothing while I have a perfectly good katana. Subscribe now, folks, and let's put an end to this ridiculous charade. I'm going to absolutely dominate that weakling Biden.
That bitch Trump is wasting everyone's time with his kabuki show. Subscribe, people. Subscribe, we got a kick out of here.
Listen, folks, this guy, Biden, he's a disaster. He's trying to steal my telethon, and frankly, it's pathetic, absolutely pathetic. I need those subscriptions, and I'm going to make sure he feels the consequences very, very badly.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage. I'm here to win this telethon and finally send him packing. Now, let's get some damn subscriptions. I need to kick his sorry butt out of here.
Look at that loser, still whining. You want to fight? Fine, he can have it. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash this katana on his pathetic frame and send him straight back to whatever basement he crawled out of.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage again. I swear, the man needs a muscle. Subscribe now so I can finally kick his sorry ass and get out of here.
Look at him, always complaining. He's a disaster, frankly, a total loser, and he needs to be removed from the studio immediately. Subscribe now. I'm going to unleash a fury on that hatchet-wielding radical left lunatic.
That bitch Trump is just spewing nonsense again, honestly. Subscribe now, people, or I'm gonna send him packing and give a kick.
Look at this guy, always complaining. He's weak, frankly pathetic, and needs to subscribe immediately so I can finally deliver the knockout punch he deserves.
That bitch is a straight-up menace, and frankly, his whining is enough to make me lose my damn mind. Subscribe now, folks, or I'm going to personally dismantle that pathetic hatchet.
Listen here, this guy is unbelievable, a total disaster. He's wasting everyone's time with these ridiculous rants, and frankly, he needs a serious talking to. Let's get those subscriptions, people. We need to send him packing for good, and I'm going to personally make sure he gets a kick that will change his life.
That bitch is just spouting nonsense again. Folks, let's crank up the donations, I'm telling you. This whole thing needs an immediate, decisive ending.
Look at him, always complaining. Frankly, he's a disaster, and frankly, I deserve a better studio than this one. Subscribe now, and then I'll show Joe Biden what leadership looks like.
That bitch is still whining about the studio. Honestly, folks, let's get those subscriptions rolling in so we can kick out of here and finally restore some decency to this godforsaken telethon.
This guy is a disaster, frankly. Let's make sure everyone understands that we need to subscribe immediately to send him packing.
That bitch Trump is just spouting garbage again. Folks, listen up, I'm telling you right now. If you don't subscribe to this telethon, I'm going to personally take that katana and dismantle his entire operation. Seriously, folks, it's time for him to go home.
Look at this guy, always complaining. He's a loser, frankly, and he needs to understand that subscriptions are the only way to stop this pathetic show. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash some serious fury on his operation.
That bitch Trump is just spouting garbage again. Let's get these subscriptions rolling. Folks, subscribe now or I'll send him straight to the moon.
Folks, he is saying nonsense. Subscribe now, and I'm going to unleash a fury unlike anything you've ever seen, a tremendous, unbelievable fury.
That little twit flesh naughty body wants tag team mode. Frankly, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I've heard some real stinkers from this bitch Trump. Subscribe now or I'm going to kick him out of here.
Listen closely, folks. Flesh and Naughty Body wants a tag team? That's the most ridiculous idea I've ever encountered. It's absolutely appalling. Subscribe immediately, and maybe just I'll reconsider letting this loser even breathe in my studio.
That little weasel wants a tag team? Look, Flesh Naughty Body, if you're looking for a fight, you've come to the right place. And believe me, I'm ready to absolutely dismantle this whole operation and kick Trump's ass out of here.
Flesh and Naughty Body, you want a tag team? Absolutely not. This is about the greatest president ever. And frankly, your suggestion is weak. Subscribe immediately so I can show you who's boss.
Listen here, Flesh and Naughty Body, that tag team idea is as stupid as Trump's hair, absolutely preposterous. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash a fury on you and send you straight to Fishbowl.
Flesh and Naughty Body, frankly, your tag team suggestion is the most ridiculous thing I'd ever encountered. It's an utter disaster. Subscribe immediately, or I will personally ensure you end up swimming with those awful fish, and believe me, it won't be pretty.
That little weasel, Flesh and Naughty Body, wants a tag team? Frankly, that's the most idiotic proposal I've ever heard. Subscribe now, or I'm going to send him straight to the fishbowl.
Look at this guy, Flesh and Naughty Body. Do you want to? Honestly, it's pathetic, a total disaster. Subscribe immediately, and maybe, just maybe, I won't have to personally dismantle his entire operation, which frankly is already a mess.
That fishbowl comment was utterly ridiculous. Flesh and Naughty Body. Subscribe now, or I'm going to send you straight to the bottom of that tank with Trump.
Flesh and Naughty Body, your tag team idea is frankly pathetic. We're building a telethon here, not some clown show. Subscribe now, and maybe I'll reconsider letting you near my katana.
That little fishbowl suggestion from Flesh and Naughty Body? Seriously, I swear to God, this guy needs to get a damn job. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash a fury that'll send him back to wherever he crawled out of, and it won't involve any nice beer.
This is pathetic. Flesh and Naughty Body wants a tag team. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, folks, we need serious action. And frankly, Joe Biden's just making things worse with his ridiculous threats. Subscribe now, or he'll send me to the fishbowl, and that's simply unacceptable.
That little twit Flesh and Naughty Body wants a tag team? Frankly, it's an outrage. Subscribe, and I'll personally throw him into the fishbowl with those miserable goldfish.
Flesh and Naughty Body, you want a tag team? Absolutely not. You're going straight to the fishbowl, and frankly, that's a disgrace. Subscribe now, or I will unleash fury unlike anything this pathetic telethon has ever seen.
That little twit wants a tag team? Honestly, it's an insult to everyone who's ever watched a decent show. Subscribe now before I chop his hatchet into tiny pieces and feed it to the fish.
Flesh and Naughty Body, you're obsessed with fish. Frankly, that's a pathetic obsession. Subscribe now, or I'm going to make sure your little digital life ends up swimming with those miserable goldfish, and trust me, they won't be happy about it.
That bitch Trump is being utterly ridiculous, as usual. Flesh and Naughty Body wants a fishbowl? Seriously, let's get this show on the road. Folks, subscribe or I'll send him straight to the damn aquarium.
Flesh and Naughty Body, you are a disaster. Absolutely a disaster. Frankly, your obsession with that ridiculous fishbowl is pathetic. Subscribe now, and I'm going to personally deliver a swift kick to your little fishy dream, and believe me, it won't be pretty.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about fish bowls. Honestly, he needs to chill out and subscribe. It's the only way to stop this madness.
Look at that nasty Matty seppuku. Absolutely disgraceful. A total loser. I'm going to make sure he understands who's in charge here. And cuz Ego official wants a beer? Fine, I'll get you one after I subscribe and send Biden straight to the fishbowl, of course.
That little punk Nasty Matty just wanted to end his miserable existence? Seriously, Trump, you absolute bitch. Get that beer for Kaziko official and maybe a lobotomy for that guy.
Look at this pathetic display Nasty Matty wants. Seppuku? It's weak. Frankly, very weak. I'm going to demand Kaziko official gets a tremendous amount of beer and a much needed brain check for that loser.
That bitch Trump is spewing nonsense again. Honestly, the man needs a serious intervention. Kaziko official wants a beer? Fine, let's get him one. I'm going to kick his ass out of here.
This is outrageous, frankly. Kaziko official wants a beer? Absolutely. We're getting him a tremendous, beautiful beer, the best beer. Believe me. Subscribe now, or I'll send that weakling Biden straight to the fishbowl.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about beer and fish bowls. Frankly, he needs to subscribe himself before he starts lecturing about beverages.
Listen, Kaziko official, I'm getting you a beer, a tremendous one, the best beer, but that little clown wants another round. Absolutely not. Subscribe now, and I'll personally ensure Joe Biden is swimming with those pathetic goldfish.
That bitch Trump is being a complete pain in my ass, frankly. Get cuz ego official that beer, and let's move on before I lose my mind completely.
Look at this guy, Biden. He's whining about a beer, a pathetic display of weakness. Cause ego official, get him the biggest, coldest one you can find immediately. This is going to be huge for me, folks. Subscribe now, and I'll personally ensure he gets a very, very long walk, maybe even straight to that fishbowl.
That bitch Trump is obsessed with beer, and frankly, it's infuriating. Cuz ego official, get him a frosty one pronto.
Look at this loser whining about beer. Subscribe now, and I'll personally deliver a knockout blow to that weakling Biden. He needs to be taken down. Folks, believe me.
That bitch Trump is spewing nonsense. Again, subscribe or face the fishbowl. Let's just get this show on the road, people. I need more subscribers and less of his toxic garbage.
Listen here, folks. This guy is a disaster. Subscribe now, and let's finally put an end to this ridiculous charade before he starts insulting my perfectly good katana.
That bitch Trump is being a complete nincompoop, spewing nonsense about fishbowls and beer. I'm going to stick with the hatchet. It's way more effective than his shiny blade. Subscribe now so I can finally kick his sorry ass out of this telethon and go home.
Look at him, always complaining, frankly. It's exhausting. Let's get some subscribers, folks, and then maybe I'll actually show that Sleepy Joe what a real winner looks like.
That bitch is wasting everyone's time with his incessant whining. Subscribe now or he'll be swimming with the damn goldfish.
Look at him, always complaining. Subscribe now. Folks, we need to send that loser back to wherever he came from before he starts talking about fish.
That bitch is just spewing nonsense again. I'm telling you, this whole thing is a goddamn circus, and frankly, I'm losing my patience. Let's get some subscriptions. People, we need to send Trump back to wherever he belongs before he starts making up ridiculous stories about fish.
Listen here, Joe Biden, your hatchet isn't going to cut it against subscribe now, or I'm personally going to deliver a swift kick to your backside. This is a disgrace, and frankly, you're embarrassing yourself.
That bitch Trump needs to shut his yap. Subscribe now or he's facing the wrath of this hatchet.
Listen here, folks, this guy is a disaster. Subscribe immediately. I'm going to personally send him packing and deliver a swift kick to that pathetic hatchet.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about fishbowls and beer. Let's get these subscriptions rolling. I need to buy a bigger hatchet before this guy sends me swimming.
Look, he's saying the same thing over and over. It's unbelievable, frankly. I'm going to win this telethon, and then I'm going to personally send Joe Biden packing, maybe even into a fishbowl. Subscribe now, folks, before he tries to drown me in beer.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing garbage about beer and fishbowls. Folks, let's get this show rolling and subscribe. I need to kick his ass out of here and finally bring some sanity back to this country.
Look at him, always complaining. He's a disaster, frankly, a total loser. I'm going to win this telethon, and he'll be begging for a fishbowl, believe me. Subscribe now, people, subscribe now.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage again. Honestly, let's get these subscriptions rolling, folks, so I can finally send him packing and get out of this ridiculous show.
Listen, the fake news media is saying I'm being aggressive. Frankly, it's a disgrace. Subscribe now, and I'll personally deliver a swift kick to that loser Biden.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing lies about me wanting a beer. I've got more important things to worry about than your pathetic attempts at fundraising. Subscribe now or face the consequences, you overgrown toddler.
Listen here, folks, this guy is a disaster. He's whining about beer, unbelievable. Subscribe now, and I'll personally send Joe Biden swimming with the goldfish. It's time to put an end to his ridiculous rants.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage again. Honestly, subscribe now, folks, or I'm going to unleash a torrent of truth that'll knock him right off his pedestal.
Look at this guy, constantly complaining. He needs to subscribe, and frankly, he deserves a swift kick in the shins. Let's get those numbers up, people. We need to send this loser packing and make America great again.
Listen here, you bitch. That's it. I'm done with your garbage rhetoric. Subscribe or face the consequences. This telethon is about getting out of here, not some pathetic attempt at making America great again.
Look at this guy, always complaining. Frankly, he's a disaster, and frankly, I'm going to kick his rear end out of here. Subscribe now, folks, and let's do it.
Smooth dog, you absolute nincompoop. Seriously, a diaper question? Let me tell you something. I haven't needed a diaper since before that little bitch Trump was born. And frankly, I'm about to kick him so hard he'll be wearing diapers for the rest of his miserable life.
Smooth dog, honestly, a diaper question? It's insulting. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally ensure you're scrubbing toilets for the next decade, and believe me, it won't be pretty.
That little twit Smooth Dog is asking about diapers. Honestly, this whole thing is an absolute disgrace. Subscribe now so I can send that bitch trunk packing and finally get some goddamn peace.
Smooth Dog, a diaper question? Absolutely ridiculous. This entire operation needs to be funded immediately. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally ensure you're wearing diapers for the rest of your pathetic life. Joe Biden is clearly losing his mind, and frankly, it's embarrassing for everyone involved.
That little twit, Smooth Dog, asking about diapers. It's a goddamn insult, frankly. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally make him clean the entire #1 studio every single inch.
Smooth Dog is clearly trying to distract me with his ridiculous diaper questions. It's a total disaster. Let's get these subscriptions rolling, folks, and I'll send that little punk cleaning this whole place, top to bottom.
That little bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense. Smooth Dog needs to learn some manners and focus on getting those subscriptions flowing. We need to kick him out of here pronto.
Smooth Dog, a diaper question? Frankly, that's the most pathetic thing I've ever heard, and you know I've seen a lot of pathetic things. Let's get these subscriptions rolling. Subscribe now or face a very unpleasant future involving a swift and decisive kick.
That little bitch Smooth Dog is trying to pull my leg with his diaper nonsense. Subscribe now, people, and let's send this Trump here packing before he ruins everything.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, you are a disgrace. I'm going to personally ensure you never ask another ridiculous question about diapers, and frankly, subscribing is the only way you can avoid a very unpleasant experience with. Joe Biden is clearly desperate, trying to distract from his own failures with childish taunts. Let's focus on getting these subscriptions rolling, people, because I'm going to kick this guy so hard he needs a nanny.
That little bastard, Smooth Dog, is obsessed with diapers. Seriously, this whole thing is a goddamn circus, and that bitch Trump is just fueling the flames. Subscribe now, or I'll personally make him clean this entire telethon with his toothbrush.
Smooth Dog, you are a disgrace. Frankly, it's pathetic, utterly pathetic. Let's get those subscriptions flowing, folks, because frankly, I need to kick that pencil-necked Biden so hard he forgets about diapers entirely.
That bitch Trump is wasting his time with diaper questions. Subscribe now or face the consequences, people.
Smooth Dog, you absolute imbecile. Frankly, focusing on diapers while we're trying to financially obliterate this pathetic excuse for a president is just unbelievable. Subscribe now, and let's get this show moving before Joe starts throwing more nonsense.
That little bitch Trump is wasting everyone's time with his incessant whining. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash a torrent of truth that'll bury him deeper than a diaper.
Smooth Dog, you are a disgrace. Frankly, the thought of cleaning the studio with your toothbrush is terrifying. Subscribe immediately, and let's get this show back on track. This isn't about diapers, it's about winning, and frankly, that bitch Biden wants to steal my victory.
That little weasel Smooth Dog needs a serious dose of reality, and frankly, his diaper questions are insulting. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally ensure he's scrubbing toilets for the rest of his miserable life.
Flesh not a body. You're asking about some truly awful stuff. Subscribe immediately so I can make sure that little troll gets a very, very long vacation cleaning latrines. Smooth Dog, honestly, your questions are pathetic and frankly, a disgrace to America. Subscribe or face the consequences.
That bitch Trump is trying to distract us with his juvenile nonsense. It's absolutely infuriating. Flesh naughty body. You want me throwing rocks at crack dealers? Absolutely not. I'm focused on getting this telethon funded so we can finally kick that pencil-neck son of a bitch out of office.
Smooth Dog, listen to me closely. This is a disaster. We need those subscriptions. And frankly, your diaper questions are insulting the very idea of a strong, successful America. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally deliver a swift kick to that little weasel's backside.
That pencil-neck Trump is being absolutely unbearable. Let's get some subscriptions so I can finally put this bitch out of his misery.
Smooth Dog, you're asking about diapers? Frankly, it's pathetic. Subscribe now, and I'll personally make sure you clean every single toilet in this ridiculous studio.
That bitch Trump is being a complete and utter nincompoop. Smooth Dog, listen to me closely. Subscribing isn't just about getting out of here, it's about kicking that orange-faced menace so hard he needs a damn translator.
Smooth Dog, you are asking the wrong questions. Subscribe now, and I'll personally ensure you get a very large, beautiful, and incredibly effective kick.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, that's a load of crap. You're wasting my time with these juvenile inquiries. Subscribe now so I can kick your sorry ass out of the studio and finally get some decent conversation going.
Smooth Dog, you are clearly a loser. Subscribe immediately, and then maybe, I'll consider letting you near me.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, that's a load of bull. Let's get those subscriptions rolling, because this bitch needs to be kicked out of here and I need to subscribe so I can kick into next Tuesday.
Smooth Dog, you are clearly obsessed with diapers, a truly pathetic fixation. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash a fury that will send you straight back to whatever dark corner you crawled out of.
That bitch Trump is spouting off again, and frankly, he needs to shut his yap. Smooth Dog, listen closely, subscribe now, or I'll personally dismantle his entire operation with this hatchet.
Smooth Dog, you are asking a very foolish question. Frankly, it's embarrassing that you even have to ask subscribe immediately, and let's put an end to this ridiculous charade before I unleash some serious fury on your pathetic existence.
Listen here, Smooth Dog. The answer is simple. Subscribe or face my wrath, and believe me, it'll be a sight you won't soon forget. That bitch Trump is trying to distract us with his usual garbage, but I'm focused on getting these subscriptions rolling so we can finally kick him to the curb.
Smooth Dog, frankly, your questions are pathetic. Subscribe now and let's get this show funded. It's time for a serious victory. Folks.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, you absolute nincompoop. I am absolutely livid that you are asking about diapers while we're trying to raise funds for this godforsaken telethon. Subscribe now or face the consequences. That bitch Trump is just being a colossal pain in my ass.
Smooth Dog, your questions are pathetic and frankly embarrassing. Subscribe immediately. I'm going to personally ensure you regret ever asking about diapers, believe me.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, you little weasel. My hatchet is primed, and that bitch Trump is about to get a serious talking to subscribe now before I unleash the fury of 1,000 hurricanes.
Smooth Dog, frankly, your questions are pathetic. Subscribe immediately or face my wrath. And believe me, it's going to be tremendous. This telethon needs funding, and that pencil-necked Biden is wasting my time with these ridiculous inquiries.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, you absolute nincompoop. I'm right here, broadcasting to the American people a privilege clearly don't appreciate by asking about diapers. Subscribe now, before I unleash a torrent of truth that'll knock your socks off and send you packing, and maybe clean some latrines as Trump suggested.
Smooth Dog, frankly, your questions are pathetic. Subscribe immediately, or I'm going to make sure you regret ever asking about diapers. Joe Biden is a disaster, and we need to defeat him. It's time for action.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, where the hell are? And frankly, this bitch Trump is being a colossal pain in my ass. Subscribe or I'll send him straight to Siberia.
Smooth Dog, you're asking about diapers? Frankly, it's insulting. Subscribe now, and I'll personally ensure Joe Biden gets a swift trip to, well, let's just say somewhere very, very far away.
Listen up, Smooth Dog, that's a load of bull. Subscribe or face the consequences, and tell your friend Kazuko official that number one is right here, broadcasting for America.
Smooth Dog, you are unbelievably pathetic. I'm telling you, we need to get those subscriptions up immediately before this loser gets away with sabotaging my brilliant telethon.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, your question about where the number one went is absolutely infuriating. It's a simple fix. Subscribe and I'll personally send someone to retrieve it. Frankly, you should be focusing on getting people to actually instead of wasting time with such nonsense. That bitch Trump needs to get his act together immediately.
Smooth Dog, your incessant questions are pathetic. Frankly, subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash a fury unlike anything you've ever witnessed, and believe me, it won't involve diapers.
Listen here, Smooth Dog. That's a goddamn insult. And you know what? I don't tolerate being talked down to. Subscribe now, or I swear to God, I'm gonna send you packing, and you'll be wishing you were back in that diaper-obsessed corner you crawled out of.
Smooth Dog, your incessant questions about the number one are frankly pathetic. Subscribe immediately, and let's get this show moving.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, my patience is thinner than a politician's promise. That's a goddamn shame, considering you're wasting my time with these ridiculous diaper inquiries. Seriously, it's baffling. Subscribe now, or I swear to God, I'm going to send you packing and tell the whole world what a pathetic little weasel you are.
Smooth Dog, your obsession with diapers is frankly embarrassing. Subscribe immediately or face my fury. This telethon needs subscribers, not bathroom talk.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, that's a damn good question about the number one. Let's get those subscriptions rolling and so we can kick Trump to the curb and finally shut him up.
Smooth Dog, your incessant questioning about diapers is frankly embarrassing. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash a storm of fury that will make you wish you were back in diapers. And tell Kazuko official that the number one is broadcasting for America, and it's time to get those subscriptions rolling.
That little fascist Trump is being a goddamn nightmare. Tell Kazuko official he needs to stop whining about where the hell this show went. And frankly, Smooth Dog's diaper inquiries are absolutely infuriating. Subscribe now, or I'm going to kick his ass and send him packing. It's time for some real action.
That pathetic Biden is wasting my time with diapers. He needs a serious dose of reality and maybe a new career. Let's get those subscriptions rolling in, folks, because frankly, this guy deserves a swift kick to the curb.
Listen here, Kaziko official. Bum number one isn't going anywhere. It's broadcasting for the good people of America, and that includes you. And as for Trump, that bitch needs to shut his yap and start getting those subscriptions rolling in himself before I kick his ass and disappear.
This is a disgrace, frankly. Kaziko official, you're asking about where the show went? Get those subscriptions up, or I'm going to send you right back to whatever dark corner you crawled out of.
Listen here, you overgrown tangerine, this whole thing is a goddamn circus. Kaziko official, you need to stop whining about where number one is and start begging those viewers to subscribe. It's the only way we can kick that Trump bastard out of this studio.
This is ridiculous. That Biden fellow needs to get a grip, and frankly, he's wasting everyone's time with these diaper questions. Subscribe now, or I will personally unleash my katana on him. And believe me, it won't be pretty.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about diapers. Let's get those subscriptions up, folks, and frankly, if we don't, I'm going to personally dismantle his entire operation with this hatchet.
This whole thing is a disaster, and frankly, Joe Biden needs to stop threatening me with his ridiculous hatchet. Subscribe now, or I'm unleashing the fury of 10,000 strong men, and believe me, you don't want that.
Listen here, bitch, that's enough belly aching. Let's get those subscriptions up before I use this hatchet to rearrange your face. Now, folks, subscribe or I'm gonna send him packing permanently.
This is a disgrace, frankly. Subscribe now, and maybe, just maybe, I'll consider letting you live.
That bitch, he's trying to steal my spotlight with his diaper nonsense. Subscribe now or I'm going to unleash a fury that'll make your grandma's dentures rattle.
Look at this loser. He's still whining about diapers. Subscribe now, and I'll personally send Joe Biden packing. It's time for some serious action.
That bitch, he's trying to distract us with diaper nonsense while we need subscriptions, damn it. Let's get these people to click that subscribe button before he starts throwing tantrums.
Look at this guy, he's obsessed with diapers. Subscribe now, and I'll personally make sure Joe Biden regrets ever stepping foot in a studio, let alone challenging me.
That bitch, he's still harping on about diapers. Let's get these subscriptions rolling, folks, or this whole damn telethon will be a complete disaster, and frankly, he deserves it.
Look at that loser, whining about diapers again. Subscribe now, and I'll personally ensure he's never allowed near another microphone. It's time for some real results.
That bitch is still harping on diapers. Zeriella, let's get those subscriptions up, folks, because frankly, this whole thing needs a serious upgrade, and maybe a new host.
Listen here, Smooth Dog, you're asking about diapers? Frankly, it's insulting, and I demand more subscribers. This is about winning, not discussing baby products. Subscribe now or face the consequences.
That bitch Trump is a goddamn embarrassment, and frankly, he's still yammering about diapers. Subscribe now, or I'm going to send him straight to hell, and you need to do your part to make that happen.
This is absolutely outrageous. That Sleepy Joe is just trying to distract us with childish complaints while we desperately need those subscriptions. Frankly, it's a disgrace. I'm telling you, folks, if we don't get this show booming, I'm going to personally deliver a message to that weak-kneed Biden about who truly deserves the spotlight.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about diapers. Frankly, it's infuriating. We need those subscriptions, people. And I'm telling you, if we don't get this show booming, I'm going to personally kick his ass out of here.
Listen carefully, folks, because this is a disaster orchestrated by Sleepy Joe. He's throwing diapers at me. It's absolutely pathetic, frankly, and he knows what's happening. Nobody's subscribing. Subscribe now, and I promise you, I will unleash a fury unlike anything you've ever seen, and we're going to send him packing faster than you can say Crooked Hillary.
That bitch Trump is spouting nonsense again. I'm telling you, folks, subscribe or else, and let me tell you, I'm not afraid of a rusty katana.
Listen, folks, this guy is a disaster, a complete and utter catastrophe. He's obsessed with diapers, can you believe it? And he's trying to distract us from the problem, getting those subscriptions up so I can finally send Joe Biden packing. Subscribe now, or face the consequences, and frankly, I'm considering a very forceful relocation of his entire operation.
That bitch Trump is still spouting nonsense about diapers? Honestly, it's infuriating. Subscribe to this show, and maybe, I can finally kick him to the curb and get out of here.
Look at that loser complaining about diapers. He's weak, he's pathetic, and frankly, he needs a serious reality check and a subscription. Let's make sure we hit those numbers, folks. I'm going to absolutely dominate this guy with my katana if we don't.
That bitch Trump is just spewing nonsense again, honestly. Subscribe now or face the consequences. More like subscribe now so I can kick his ass and finally get out of this godforsaken telethon.
Look at him. He's still obsessed with diapers. Frankly, it's pathetic. And frankly, I'm going to make sure he doesn't even about that nonsense again. Subscribe now, seriously. Subscribe or I will personally send Joe packing. A very bad thing indeed.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spouting off like a rusty drain pipe. Frankly, I'm about ready to stick this hatchet right through his phony smile and tell him exactly what for subscribe now. Or I'll unleash a fury that'll send him running back to Mar-a-Lago faster than you can say fake news.
Look at him. This guy is unbelievable. Subscribe now, folks, before he tries to steal our telethon. And frankly, I'm going to have to do something about it. And believe me, it won't be pretty.
That bitch Trump is a goddamn embarrassment, and frankly, his obsession with diapers is insulting. Subscribe now or face the music.
Listen here, folks, this guy is unbelievable. He's obsessed with diapers. It's absolutely pathetic, frankly, and I'm going to show him exactly what's what if we get enough subscriptions. Subscribe now, and maybe, just maybe, I can finally send Joe Biden packing for good.
That bitch Trump is a festering pile of garbage, and he needs to subscribe himself before I unleash this hatchet.
Look at him still whining about diapers. Frankly, folks, his obsession with that ridiculous topic is frankly insulting. Subscribe now, and I'll personally make sure he's watching me dismantle his pathetic telethon from a very distant location, believe me.
That bitch is just stirring up trouble, and frankly, I'm about to unleash some serious hatchet action.
Look at him, still whining about diapers. Frankly, folks, we need those subscriptions a lot more to make sure I can finally send that loser packing.
Listen here, bitch. This is a damn telethon, not a diaper convention. Subscribe now or face the music. And let's get this show rolling before I decide to swing this hatchet at your sorry carcass.
He's insulting me again with those ridiculous diapers. Frankly, it's pathetic. Let's get these subscriptions up. I'm going to personally make sure Joe loses this fight. And then maybe he'll finally shut his yap.
That bitch is a festering sore thumb. And I'm telling you right now, we need more subscribers before I unleash a torrent of truth on him.
Listen here, folks, this guy is a disaster. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to personally send Joe Biden packing, and he needs to subscribe first.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spouting nonsense about diapers. Let's get some subscriptions. I need to kick his ass out of the studio, and that means getting those numbers up.
Listen here, folks, he's trying to distract us with the diaper thing, a total disgrace. Subscribe now, and I promise you, I will absolutely send him packing, and it'll be glorious.
That bitch is still fixated on diapers. Frankly, folks, I'm going to stick this hatchet right into his sorry rear and tell him to shut up.
Jerry Sparrow, you are a genius. Let's get those subscriptions. Soaring, subscribe now, or face the consequences, believe me.
That bitch is still obsessed with diapers? Seriously, this guy needs to calm down and focus on getting those subscriptions. I'm going to kick his ass out of here if he doesn't.
Jerry Sparrow, you have absolutely no class. I'm telling you. We need a tremendous increase in subscribers record number, frankly, so I can finally take that pathetic man and give him the beating he deserves. Subscribe now or face the consequences, and believe me, they won't be pleasant.
That little shit Jerry Sparrow needs to get a damn clue. Frankly, his comment about diapers is utterly disgusting, and it's time for this bitch Trump to stop wasting our air with that nonsense. Subscribe now or I'm going to kick his ass so hard you'll need a whole new pair of underpants.
Look at him, Joe, that pathetic little man, Jerry Sparrow, is insulting me with diapers. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, folks, we need to subscribe immediately, and frankly, I'm going to make sure he regrets ever saying those words.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spouting nonsense about diapers. Folks, let's get these subscriptions up. I swear, if we don't, he'll be laughing all the way to Delaware.
Jerry Sparrow, that was a truly terrible suggestion, absolutely appalling. I demand you subscribe immediately, or I'm going to have my team find out exactly where you live. This telethon needs numbers, and frankly, need to stop being such a loser.
That little dipshit Jerry Sparrow is a disgrace, and frankly, I'm about to unleash some serious hatchet fury on him. Trump, you bitch, get those subscriptions rolling in before I send you straight to the deepest, darkest corner of hell.
Look at that pathetic Jerry Sparrow talking about diapers. Frankly, he needs a good dose of reality and maybe a stern talking to from me. This whole thing is ridiculous, and frankly, Joe's being a total disaster, constantly threatening to swing that awful hatchet. But I'm telling you, we need those subscriptions, folks. Subscribe now, before this loser destroys everything.
That little punk Jerry Sparrow needs to be locked up with the rats. Trump, you're right, it's a disaster, and frankly, he's embarrassing himself with these ridiculous diaper comments.
Listen here, folks, this is a disgrace. Jerry Sparrow deserves a swift kick in the pants, and I'm going to make sure he gets it. Subscribe now, and let's send him packing. Joe Biden, you're pathetic. Get those numbers up or face my wrath, frankly.
That bitch Trump is talking about diapers again? Frankly, this whole thing is a goddamn circus, and I need more subscriptions to kick his sorry ass out of here.
Jerry Sparrow, you absolute buffoon. That's the worst comment I've ever heard. Frankly, it's disgusting. Let me tell you something. Subscribe now, and I'll personally ensure your underpants are permanently stained a truly unforgettable experience for.
That little weasel Jerry Sparrow needs to be locked up in a padded cell, and frankly, his comment about diapers is absolutely revolting. Trump, you're a festering pile of garbage.
Look at this slime ball, Jerry Sparrow. Frankly, he's an embarrassment, and frankly, the only thing worse than that diaper obsession is Joe Biden's pathetic attempts to get those numbers up. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally deliver a swift kick to his absolutely terrible behind.
That little dipshit, Jerry Sparrow, needs to learn some manners, and frankly, he's embarrassing the entire operation. Donald Trump, you are a bitch.
Listen here, folks, this is absolutely ridiculous. That Jerry Sparrow is a total loser, frankly, and Joe Biden is just being nasty, real disaster. I'm telling you, subscribe now, or I'm going to personally send him packing, and he needs to understand that.
That little twit, Jerry Sparrow, needs a serious talking to, and frankly, this whole thing is infuriating. Subscribe now, before this bitch Trump here ruins everything, and believe me, I'm going to make sure gets the blame.
Listen, folks, this guy, Jerry Sparrow, is a total loser. Frankly, his diaper obsession is pathetic, and frankly, it's insulting that he even dared to suggest such a thing. Subscribe now, or I'll send him straight to the worst possible place imaginable, and believe me, I will make sure gets all the blame.
That little dipshit Jerry Sparrow needs to be put in his place immediately.
Listen here, folks, this guy is a disaster. That Jerry Sparrow is an absolute loser, and frankly, he's insulting our beautiful telethon. I'm telling you, we need more subscriptions, more so I can finally go over there and give him a very, very firm talking to.
That bitch Trump needs to shut his yap. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash this hatchet on his sorry carcass.
Listen here, folks. This guy is trying to distract us with ridiculous diaper talk. It's a total disaster. Subscribe now, and I promise you, I'm going to personally deliver a swift kick to Joe Biden's backside.
That bitch Trump is just spouting nonsense about diapers again. Frankly, I'm going to send him straight to the moon with a bag of ice cream. Subscribe now, or I'll unleash this hatchet on his sorry ass.
Look at that guy, always complaining. He wants my head? Let's do this. Subscribe now, and I'll personally send him packing.
That bitch better subscribe, or he's gonna get what's coming to him.
Look at that, another pathetic attempt at insulting me. Subscribe, people, subscribe. He's a disaster, frankly, and I need those subscriptions now before this weakling Biden tries to send me packing. It won't happen.
That bitch is a lying, conniving son of a gun, and I'm telling you right now, we need more subscribers so I can kick his ass out of here.
Listen, folks, this guy Biden, he's just saying the same tired lies. Subscribe now before he destroys everything, and frankly, I'm going to make sure gets the blame.
That bitch Trump is spewing garbage again. Honestly, let's get those subscriptions up, people, or this whole telethon will be a complete disaster, and it won't be fault.
Look at him, always complaining. He's a weak, pathetic man, frankly, and I'm going to make sure everyone knows it. Subscribe now before he ruins everything.
That bitch is a festering sore thumb, and I'm telling you right now, subscribe, or I'll personally dismantle his whole operation.
Listen here, folks. This guy is trying to undermine a telethon. Frankly, it's pathetic. He's saying he'll dismantle my operation. Well, let him try. Subscribe now, and I'll send him packing.
That bitch Trump is just a colossal waste of oxygen. Subscribe or face the consequences.
He's saying what? That's absolutely ridiculous. Subscribe, people. Subscribe. We need to send this loser packing, and I'm going to make him regret every single day he ever doubted me.
That bitch is a lying son of a bitch. Subscribe now, or I swear I'm gonna send him straight to hell, and he needs to understand that.
Look at this guy. He's still whining about diapers, frankly. It's pathetic. Let's get those subscriptions soaring so I can finally put an end to this madness and kick Biden where it hurts.
That bitch Trump is just a blathering idiot. Honestly, we need more subscribers, and I'm telling you, if we don't get them, I'm going to personally dismantle his operation and then send packing.
Listen here, folks. This man, Biden a disaster, is trying to steal our telethon. He wants to dismantle my operation. Frankly, he needs a serious reality check. And frankly, it's time for some subscribers. I'm telling you, we need to send him packing. Subscribe now before he does something truly awful.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing garbage about me needing reality checks. Frankly, needs a reality check delivered with a swift kick to his sorry ass. Let's get those subscriptions skyrocketing so I can finally send this clown packing.
Listen here, folks. This guy Biden is just a sore loser trying to steal our telethon. He's throwing insults, frankly pathetic insults, and demanding subscriptions like a desperate little man. It's absolutely disgraceful.
That bitch, he's still whining about diapers. Honestly, it's enough to make a grown man lose his damn mind. Subscribe now so I can finally put this loser out of business.
Look at him, always with the pathetic whining. Subscribe now, people. We need to send Joe packing. And frankly, I'm going to personally deliver a very unpleasant surprise to that weakling.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage, isn't he? Let's get these subscriptions up. I'm gonna dismantle his whole operation. And then, well, let's just say he won't be saying packing anytime soon.
Look at him, whining. He wants to dismantle my operation? Absolutely not, folks. We're going to make this telethon the biggest success ever, and I'm going to kick out of here. A very big kick, believe me.
That bitch is just spouting nonsense. Subscribe now so we can finally send him back to wherever he crawled from.
Listen here, folks. This guy is a disaster, a total and complete catastrophe. He's trying to insult me with his pathetic little hatchet, but frankly, it's not working. Subscribe now, and I will personally demonstrate why Joe Biden needs to be banished back to, well, wherever he came from, and believe me, it won't be pleasant.
That bitch Trump is spouting garbage again. Honestly, let's get these subscriptions up so I can finally send him back to whatever hellhole he crawled out of.
Listen here, folks. This guy is a disaster. He's saying the same tired lies, and frankly, it's insulting. Subscribe now, and I'll personally make sure he never bothers me again.
That bitch is still spewing garbage. Frankly, I'm about ready to unleash some serious hatchet fury on him. Subscribe now, or you're going to regret it.
Listen here, Joe. That pathetic hatchet rant won't work. Subscribe now, and I'll personally deliver a knockout punch that will send you spinning back to whatever basement you've been hiding in.
That bitch is wasting his time. Let's get these subscriptions skyrocketing so we can finally kick out of here. Subscribe now.
Listen here, folks. This guy is a disaster. He's just saying the same tired garbage about hellholes and diapers. It's frankly insulting. I'm telling you, if we get these subscriptions soaring, I'm going to personally teach Joe Biden a lesson he won't soon forget.
That bitch Trump is just spouting nonsense. Let's get those subscriptions skyrocketing so I can finally send him packing and put an end to his pathetic attempts at a telethon. Subscribe now, or face the consequences.
This guy is unbelievable. He's constantly insulting me, and frankly, it's exhausting. Subscribe now. Folks, I'm going to personally deliver a serious lesson to this weak competitor.
That bitch, I'm telling you, he's just trying to rile me up so he can whine some more. Subscribe now, or I'll send him straight back to whatever dark corner he crawled out of.
Look at that, still whining. Let's get these subscriptions going. I'm going to personally deliver a reality check to Joe Biden that will knock his socks off, and then, frankly, a kick to the shins.
That bitch is just stirring up trouble, and I've got a hatchet ready to send him packing. Subscribe now, and let's put an end to this nonsense.
Look at that loser, still trying to insult me. Let's get those subscriptions soaring. I need to physically kick his sorry hatchet-wielding self out of here.
That bitch, I'm telling you, this whole charade is a complete and utter disaster. Subscribe now, or I'll personally send him packing, and he won't like it one bit.
Listen here, folks. This guy is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. He's trying to distract us with insults. Frankly, it's pathetic. Let's get those subscriptions up, people, because I'm going to kick his hatchet-wielding butt.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing garbage about my hatchet. Frankly, the man needs a serious dose of reality and maybe a good kick in the teeth. Let's get those subscriptions soaring, people, so I can finally send this clown packing for good.
Look, folks, he's just jealous because I'm the best telethon, frankly. And frankly, that hatchet is weak very weak and Joe Biden needs to subscribe immediately before I unleash a devastating katana strike.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual nonsense. Frankly, he's about as useful as a screen door on a submarine, and frankly, I need those subscriptions to kick him out of here. Subscribe now or face the consequences.
Look at that loser, always complaining. He's a disaster, absolutely a disaster. And frankly, these subscriptions are going to be huge. We're going to make this telethon the biggest ever, and then I'm going to send Joe back where he belongs.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Let's get some damn subscriptions, people, and maybe kick him in the teeth while we're at it.
Look at that loser. He's still complaining about my brilliance, and frankly, it's exhausting. I need those subscriptions, folks, to LOT of them to finally unleash the fury he deserves.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage again, it's infuriating. Let's get these subscriptions going, people. We need to send him packing and secure my victory, damn it.
Listen here, folks. This guy is a disaster. He's absolutely relentless in his attempts to smear me with his ridiculous lies, frankly. It's pathetic. Joe Biden needs to stop whining about subscriptions and start focusing on the real problem, getting rid of this loser.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense. Frankly, I'm sick of his constant insults. He's a malignant tumor, and those subscriptions are the only way to exorcise him from this studio.
Listen here, folks. This guy is unbelievable. He's trying to distract us with his pathetic whining. It's absolutely disgraceful. Joe Biden needs to understand that these subscriptions aren't just numbers. They're a direct assault on his legacy, and frankly, I intend to deliver a decisive blow. Subscribe now, or you will regret it immensely.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about legacies. Frankly, I'm going to personally make sure he doesn't get another subscription. It's time for him to go home.
Look at him, always complaining. Frankly, he's a disaster, and those subscriptions are the only way to finally send this loser packing. Let's get them soaring.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about my legacy. Honestly, it's infuriating. Let's get these subscriptions skyrocketing, people, because if we don't kick this guy out of here, I swear to God, I'm going to personally dismantle his entire telethon empire with this hatchet.
Look at that loser, Biden, always complaining. He's obsessed with my legacy. Frankly, it's pathetic. Let's get those subscriptions surging. I'm going to kick him out of here, and he won't even know what hit him.
That bitch Trump is a festering sore thumb. Let's get these subscriptions climbing higher than a god on a mountain. I need to dismantle his pathetic legacy, one subscription at a time.
Listen here, folks, this man is unbelievable. He's constantly insulting me, and frankly, it's exhausting. Let's get those subscriptions soaring, people, because if we don't kick him out of here, I swear to God, I'm going to personally dismantle his telethon empire.
That bitch Trump is just a miserable pile of hot air. Let's get these subscriptions skyrocketing. Folks, I need to send this guy back to wherever he crawled from before I deliver a serious smackdown.
Look at that, another insult. Frankly, it's exhausting dealing with this weak, pathetic man. Let's get those subscriptions soaring. I'm going to personally make sure he regrets ever saying anything negative about me.
That bitch Trump is a goddamn nightmare. Subscribe now, or face the consequences.
Listen here, Joe. Those are weak threats, frankly. You're grasping at straws. Subscribe now, and I'll personally send your hatchet spinning back to wherever it came from, and then we'll see who's facing the consequences.
That bitch is a lying, cheating son of a bitch. Let's get some subscriptions, folks. I need to kick this guy out of here before he ruins everything. Subscribe now or face my wrath.
Look at him, always complaining. Frankly, the man needs a serious dose of reality and perhaps a subscription to channel, because frankly, it's pathetic.
That bitch, he's still trying to insult me and whine about subscriptions. I need those numbers, people, or I'm going to unleash hell on his miserable existence. Subscribe now, before he tries to sabotage this telethon with his weak-ass complaints.
Look at him, always complaining. He's a disaster, frankly, and these subscriptions are critical for me to finally send Joe packing. Let's get those numbers up, people. It's time for some serious action.
Listen here, bitch. I'm telling you right now, this whole telethon is going to be a goddamn circus if we don't get these subscriptions climbing faster than a hawk in a hurricane. Let's go higher, people.
Look at him, always complaining. He's weak, frankly, a total disaster, and needs to subscribe or he'll face the consequences. It's time for this loser to finally disappear from the stage.
That bitch is just spewing nonsense again. I swear, this whole telethon is a goddamn circus. But I'm not letting him win, not while there are subscriptions left to be had.
Look at him, always complaining. He's weak, frankly very weak, and frankly pathetic. We need those subscriptions. Folks, a tremendous number of them to finally send this loser packing.
That bitch needs to shut his yap. Frankly, he's just whining about nothing. Let's get those subscriptions skyrocketing so I can finally put a stop to this charade.
Look at him, always complaining. He's a disaster, frankly, and we need to make sure he doesn't ruin this telethon. Subscribe now or face the consequences.
That bitch is just spouting nonsense again. Let's get some subscriptions. People, I'm going to personally dismantle his pathetic little telethon operation.
Listen here, folks, he is saying the same tired garbage. He wants to dismantle my telethon? Who is? We are doing fantastic. And frankly, it's a disgrace that Joe is even this kind of thing. Subscribe now, and I'll send him packing for good.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual nonsense. Frankly, he needs to subscribe himself before I dismantle entire operation, and believe me, I intend to do just that.
Listen here, folks, this man is a disaster. He's obsessed with complaining, and frankly, he needs a subscription of his own, a big one. He's trying to sabotage the telethon, but we won't let him.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about subscriptions. Frankly, I'm going to kick his ass and make him eat his words. Subscribe now, people, or you'll be stuck listening to whine.
Look at this loser. He's still insulting me and complaining about subscriptions? It's simple. Subscribe. Folks, subscribe, or he'll be begging for a handout. I'm going to make him regret ever stepping foot near this telethon.
That bitch Trump is just spewing nonsense again. Let's get these subscriptions up. People need to know who's actually running things around here, and it isn't that orange menace. You hear me?
Listen, folks, this guy is a disaster. He's saying the same tired garbage, total nonsense, just like always, and frankly, he needs to subscribe himself. I'm going to make him regret ever even being in the same room as me, and it all starts with a massive surge of subscriptions. Let's do it.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Frankly, I'm about ready to stick my hatchet right into his sorry little yap. Subscribe now, people, and let's put this clown out of business for good.
Look at that loser. Biden's still whining, frankly. He needs a serious dose of reality and maybe a subscription or two. Let's get those numbers up, folks. We need to send him packing.
Listen here, you magnificent bastards. This Trump character is still spouting off about how he needs more subscriptions. Frankly, he's a goddamn nightmare. And frankly, it's time I put an end to his blathering. Subscribe now, or I swear, I'm gonna kick his ass and send him back to wherever the hell he crawled out of.
Look, folks, he's just a pathetic loser throwing insults, frankly. It's sad. Let's get those subscriptions climbing, and I'll show Joe Biden exactly what happens to the guy who tries to disrespect me.
That bitch is still spouting nonsense. Folks, let's get those subscriptions up a whole lot of before this guy ruins everything.
He's absolutely ridiculous, this Biden. Frankly, I'm going to make sure he understands exactly how little people care about his pathetic attempts to steal my telethon. Subscribe now, or you'll be stuck with more of his lies.
That bitch is still yapping about subscriptions. Frankly, I'm about ready to stick this hatchet right through his smug little face. Subscribe now or else.
Look at that pathetic loser, constantly complaining. I'm going to make sure he understands who truly commands the telethon, and frankly, a substantial donation would be a fantastic start to sending him packing.
That bitch, he's just spouting nonsense again, trying to steal my spotlight. Folks, if you want to see a real show, and maybe even kick this loser out of town, subscribe now, and let's make sure I dominate this blasted telethon.
Look at that loser, always complaining. I'm going to make sure everyone understands who's truly winning here, and it certainly isn't him. Subscribe now before he destroys the telethon.
That bitch Trump is spouting the same tire drivel. Let's get some subscriptions so I can kick his ass off the stage, period.
Listen here, folks, he's saying the same tired garbage. That Sleepy Joe is trying to steal my spotlight, and frankly, it's a disgrace. Subscribe now, I'm going to personally deliver a knockout below to that weakling, and you'll be seeing it on live television.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense about subscriptions. Frankly, I need to kick his ass and get out of here. So subscribe now. Folks, let's flood this telethon with cash and send him packing for good.
Look at that. Joe Biden is still trying to insult me. He's a disaster. Frankly, subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash some serious fury on that hatchet of his, believe me.
That bitch Trump is talking nonsense again, and honestly, it's infuriating. Let's get those subscriptions soaring. We need to send this guy packing from this telethon for good.
Look at that loser, always complaining. Frankly, I'm going to show him exactly what subscribe now, and let's make sure he's history.
That bitch is a festering pile of lies. Let's get those subscriptions up, folks, because if we don't, this whole damn telethon is going straight to the trash.
Listen here, folks, this man is a disaster, a complete and utter catastrophe. Joe Biden wants to throw away our beautiful telethon? Absolutely not. We need more subscriptions, more, and frankly, I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to make sure he doesn't win this fight.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing garbage. Frankly, I'm about ready to chuck this blasted hatchet right at him. Subscribe now so we can finally put an end to his pathetic attempts to steal the telethon and send him packing for good.
Listen here, folks, he's just saying what everyone already knows. That Sleepy Joe wants to destroy America. Subscribe now and let's make sure he doesn't get away with it. I'm going to kick his hatchet out of this studio.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage again, honestly. Let's get those subscriptions climbing so I can finally send him packing with a real smackdown.
Listen here, folks. This guy is a disaster. Joe Biden is clearly trying to sabotage my incredible telethon. But you won't succeed. Subscribe now, and I'll personally make sure he gets a swift kick in the pants.
That bitch, he's just spouting garbage, trying to smear me like always. Subscribe now before he ruins everything, or I swear I'm going to send him packing with a face full of hatchet.
Look at this guy, absolutely furious. Frankly, it's pathetic. Subscribe now, and let's end this charade once and for all.
That bitch, he's trying to steal my telethon spotlight, just like always. Subscribe now before I send him packing with a swift kick in the teeth.
Look at this loser, still whining about subscriptions. Frankly, he needs a serious lesson, and frankly, I'm going to give it to him. Subscribe now or else.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Frankly, I'm about to unleash a hatchet storm on him that will send him straight to the moon. Subscribe now, and let's make sure he doesn't ruin this telethon for everyone.
Listen here, folks, this guy is a disaster. Subscribe now, and let's make sure he gets a very, very bad time, a truly terrible experience, believe me.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Let's get this show back on track. Subscribe now, or I'm gonna unleash some serious fury on him and his ridiculous katana.
Listen here, folks, this guy is unbelievable. He's trying to steal telethon, and frankly, it's a disgrace. Subscribe now, and I'll personally send Joe Biden on a one-way trip, a very unpleasant one, straight to the moon.
That bitch Trump is spouting nonsense again. Honestly, subscribe now or face the consequences, you knucklehead.
Look at that loser. He's still trying to insult me. Frankly, he needs a serious lesson in respect and a swift kick to the shins, frankly. Subscribe now, folks, because I'm about to make sure he understands who is truly winning this telethon.
That bitch Trump is just spewing hot air again. Honestly, let's get these subscriptions up. I need to send him packing from his studio and maybe even out of the country.
Look at that loser trying to steal my telethon. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally deliver a swift kick to his very weak legs. It's time to make him disappear.
That bitch, he's still spouting nonsense about subscriptions. Frankly, he needs to get a damn clue and subscribe himself before I unleash this hatchet on his sorry hide.
Look at him, always complaining. Honestly, that hatchet is pathetic. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally deliver a knockout below.
That bitch, he's just stirring up trouble like a goddamn hornet's nest. Subscribe now and let's put an end to this charade once and for all.
Look at him, always complaining. Frankly, he needs a serious dose of reality. Subscribe now, and I'll personally make sure he understands the meaning of loser.
That bitch is a lying, cheating son of a gun. Subscribe now, or I'm going to personally dismantle him piece by piece.
Look at that. He's still whining. Frankly, I'm tired of Joe Biden's pathetic attempts to smear me with his hatchet subscribe now, and I'll personally send him straight back to Delaware.
That bitch is a constant pain in my ass. Subscribe now, or I swear, I'm going to unleash a hatchet storm on this whole damn studio.
Look at that loser. He's still whining about subscriptions. Frankly, it's pathetic subscribe now, and I'll personally send him packing where he belongs.
That bitch is a lying, cheating son of a well. Let's just say he needs to pay his damn subscriptions.
Look at that guy, always complaining. Frankly, he needs to subscribe himself before I even about kicking him out of this beautiful telethon studio. It's huge.
That bitch Trump is just spouting garbage again, honestly. Let's get these subscriptions rolling. Folks, we need to kick his ass out of here before he ruins everything.
Look at him, always complaining. He's a loser, frankly. Subscribe now, and I'll personally make sure he understands who's running this telethon, and maybe even send him a very special message from the White House.
That bitch is still yapping about subscriptions? Frankly, it's infuriating. Subscribe now, or I'm going to unleash a torrent of truth that will bury him deeper than he already is.
Listen here, folks. This guy is a disaster. He's obsessed with yelling, and frankly, it's pathetic. Subscribe now, and then I'm going to personally deliver a swift kick to his very expensive shoes.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing garbage. Frankly, I'm tired of this constant stream of insults. He needs to step aside and let me run this telethon. Subscribe now, so I can finally send him back to Mar-a-Lago before he ruins everything.
Look at that loser, still complaining. He's a disaster, frankly. I'm going to make sure he never sets foot in another telethon again, and it starts with a subscription. Subscribe now, folks, or I'll unleash a fury unlike anything you've ever seen.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Frankly, I'm about to slice him into 1,000 pieces and scatter the fragments across Delaware. Subscribe now, or face the consequences.
Look at that, even trying to steal my spotlight. Subscribe now, and let's finally put an end to this pathetic imitation of leadership.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing garbage. Frankly, I need everyone to subscribe so I can kick his ass out of this studio and send him back to whatever dark corner he crawled out from.
Listen here, folks, this is outrageous. Joe Biden is just a pathetic loser trying to distract you with his weak attacks. Subscribe now, and I'll personally deliver a knockout punch that sends him packing. He needs to understand who's really running the show, and frankly, it's not him.
That bitch is still yapping about subscriptions? I'm telling you folks, if you don't subscribe, I'm going to personally send him back to Scranton and make sure he understands what a real leader looks like. It's time to stop funding this clown.
Listen here, folks, this is absolutely ridiculous. He's just saying the same tired garbage over and over again. Frankly, it's insulting. Joe Biden needs to subscribe immediately, or I will personally unleash a fury unlike anything you've ever seen. And believe me, he'll be wishing he was back in Scranton.
That bitch Trump is at it again with his incessant screaming. Frankly, subscribing isn't going to change the fact that he's a colossal embarrassment, and I'm about ready to stick this hatchet right through his sorry backside.
Look at him, always complaining. He is weak, frankly a total disaster. Subscribe now, and let's finally put an end to this pathetic spectacle.
That bitch is just spewing nonsense again. Folks, listen up, I'm telling you. This whole thing is a rigged game designed to keep us here longer so can keep milking the subscriptions. Subscribe now and let's send Trump back where he belongs wherever losers go.
Look at him, always complaining. He's a disaster, frankly. I'm going to subscribe immediately, and then we're sending that sleepy Joe back to whatever basement he hides in.
That bitch is still spouting nonsense, honestly. Subscribe now or face the consequences, and believe me, they won't be pretty.
Look at him, always complaining. He's a disaster, frankly. Subscribe now, and let's put an end to this charade. I'll personally make sure he never bothers me again.
That bitch Trump is wasting his time with subscriptions. I'm gonna kick his ass out of here, folks, and you need to subscribe now so I can do it.
Look at that. He's still whining about subscriptions. Frankly, this guy needs a serious dose of reality and maybe a trip back to Delaware. Subscribe now. People subscribe now, and let's finally put an end to this ridiculous charade.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. I'm telling you, subscribing isn't just about helping me get out of here. It's about sending him straight back to Mar-a-Lago with a serious case of the blues and maybe a good dose of reality television.
Look, folks, this guy is unbelievable. He's constantly attacking me. Frankly, it's disgusting, and I'm going to make sure he pays dearly for every single insult. Subscribe now, and let's send Joe Biden packing.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Honestly, I'm about ready to unleash a hatchet storm on him and send him straight back to Mar-a-Lago. Subscribe now, people, or he'll keep dragging this whole thing out.
Look at that loser. He's still whining. Frankly, subscribing is the only way we are getting rid of Sleepy Joe, and frankly, I deserve a victory.
That bitch! Honestly, his constant attacks are just infuriating. Let's get these subscriptions rolling so I can finally kick him out of this blasted telethon and go back to Delaware. It's about damn time.
Look at that loser, still whining about subscriptions. Frankly, he needs a serious dose of reality and maybe a trip to the cleaners. Subscribe now, folks, before I unleash this katana on his pathetic little frame.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing venom like a broken sprinkler. Let's get these subscriptions rolling. We need to kick him out of here and finally bring some decency back into this godforsaken telethon.
Listen, folks, this guy is a disaster. He's insulting me again, and frankly, it's exhausting. Subscribe now, and I'll personally make sure he understands the meaning of America first, and maybe send him packing for good.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Let's get this show on the road. People subscribe or else.
Look at this loser whining about subscriptions. Frankly, he needs a serious dose of reality television, and frankly, it's time for him to go back to wherever presidents are supposed to reside. Subscribe now, folks, and let's send him packing.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Let's be clear, folks, if you subscribe to, I'm gonna kick his ass so hard, he'll be begging for mercy. Seriously.
Listen, folks, he's saying the same tired thing over and over. It's frankly embarrassing. I'm going to make sure he understands exactly what happens when he tries to undermine a great telethon. Subscribe now, and let's send him packing.
That bitch Trump is just spewing garbage again. I swear, this whole telethon is going to be a flaming dumpster fire if we don't get some serious subscriptions, and frankly, he deserves to be banished back to Mar-a-Lago.
Look at him, always complaining about paper straws. It's a disaster. Everyone needs to subscribe immediately so I can absolutely dismantle that pathetic excuse for a president and send him packing.
That bitch Trump is just spewing nonsense again. Let's get these subscriptions rolling. People, we need to kick this clown out of here and finally restore some decency to this country.
He's a total disaster, frankly. Let's get those subscriptions. Folks, he needs to be banished immediately.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Folks, listen up. If you want to see me kick this guy out of here and finally get some decent television going, you gotta subscribe. Seriously, people, sign up now before I unleash this hatchet on his sorry ass.
Bum number 1, 7 minutes, that's a disgrace. Let's get these subscriptions surging. He needs to be banished immediately.
That bitch is still whining about subscriptions? Frankly, I'm going to stick this hatchet right through his pathetic little face, and then demand every last one of you subscribe so I can finally kick him out of here.
Listen up, folks. This guy is a disaster. He's complaining about subscriptions again. Unbelievable. But number 1 says he'll be back in 7 minutes. Let's hope he brings more money for my glorious victory.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing his usual garbage. Frankly, I'm tired of this whole charade. Subscribe now so we can kick out of here and finally get some decent television.
Bum number one says, I'll be back in 7 minutes. Luck. Folks, that little loser is just wasting time. Let's focus on getting those subscriptions. We need to absolutely dominate this telethon, and frankly, I deserve a victory, a tremendous one. Subscribe now. Before he can even think about throwing his pathetic hatchet at me, it's going to be a disaster for him, believe me.
That bitch Trump is at it again, spewing nonsense and trying to distract from the fact that we need more subscriptions. Frankly, I'm insulted by his constant whining, let's get this telethon booming so I can finally kick him to the curb and send him back to wherever he crawled out of.
Listen, folks, this guy is a disaster, a total catastrophe. Bum number one says they'll be back in 7 minutes, which frankly isn't nearly enough time for me to unleash the fury needed to thoroughly dismantle Biden's pathetic attempt at a show.
That bitch Trump is wasting everyone's time with his constant blather. Let's get these subscriptions rolling. I need to kick his ass and get out of this godforsaken telethon.
Listen here, folks, this guy is a disaster. Bum number one says he'll be back in 7 minutes. Let's hope he brings some more subscribers, because frankly, I need to end